Okay, welcome to another talk on Let's Talk Burnley Football Club. Now, I suppose you've known, a lot of you who are Burnley supporters, what's actually been happening, that Chris Wood is now a Newcastle United player, and this is Friday, and tomorrow Saturday he will be playing against Watford, and the Burnley match between Burnley and Leicester at Turf Moor is now cancelled because of COVID cases in the Burnley camp. There's 19 cases of COVID in the Burnley camp, and they're unable to field a full team. Okay, so now that's just to confirm the Burnley game is now off. Right. I was hoping to give you some good news about the result of Burnley versus Leicester, but because it's off I can't, and the game between Burnley and Watford on Tuesday is most likely going to be called off as well, because I'm sure COVID doesn't take 2 or 3 days for you to recover, you know, for you to be fit enough to field another team. So that's most likely going to be off. Right, transfer news. I've got a list of people here who Burnley are actually interested in, and the first one is Kiev Moore. Now, he's from Cardiff City, he's a striker. And believe it or not, Andy Carroll from Reading, he used to play for Newcastle, very good in the air, but he's been playing in the Championship recently, but his contract is up shortly. Now, West Ham are still interested in James Tarkowski, believe it or not. Whether Burnley's going to let him go, I don't believe they will, because they're in a dire straits as it is for him to leave, one of our best defenders. So we've got other transfer news. I've got the names, but I mean sometimes I'm not going to be able to pronounce the names correctly, so what I'll do, I'll put them down as I'm saying them. I'll spell their names out so you can see. Okay, right, Burnley's targets for the transfer, they're all strikers. Okay, Eddie Nketiah from Arsenal, Lyndon Dijk, a Scottish international, Therese Campbell from Stoke City, Divock Origi from Liverpool, Dwight Gale, believe it or not, from Newcastle, yeah, and Bertrand Traore from Aston Villa. That is your Burnley targets for hopefully some kind of transfer that will be coming into Burnley, that we can field a full team without Chris Woods. Now, talk about Chris Woods. He hasn't been very good this season, but he has scored 10 goals in previous seasons, and he's one of the top strikers, believe it or not, in the Premier League. I know it's hard to believe because Burnley don't score that many goals, but he's up there with Liverpool strikers and Arsenal and Chelsea strikers. So it's you know, it's amazing really that he is amongst the top strikers. And on Saturday he's going to prove his £25 million that they paid for him against Watford. Now, if Newcastle beat Watford, it's good for Newcastle, not good for Burnley, because therefore they'll probably leapfrog Burnley, and Burnley will go down just above Norwich, and Watford will come down and replace Newcastle. Now we have to play Watford at some point or other. We've got so many games to catch up on. We've got Tottenham, Aston Villa, Watford, Everton, and now Leicester. So we don't know how many more games are going to be played in, one after the other. Basically, it's going to be a Wednesday and a Saturday, or a Thursday and a Sunday, and it's going to go on for weeks. And we don't know how many games are going to be postponed. And I've got faith, believe it or not, I've got faith in Sean Dyche to rally his men when they get them fit. And hopefully Maxwell Cornet will be back from the African Cup. He did play actually last night. He played, and the Ivory Coast won 1-0. But it wasn't he that scored, but apparently he was substituted in the 77th minute, I believe. But he did give the defence of the other team quite a lot of problems, so that is good news, and hopefully he's still fit. I'm just hoping, I know it sounds bad, but the Ivory Coast get knocked out at some point soon, and we can get him back before we have to start playing these matches we catch up on, and maybe he'll make an influence and we can actually go forward with hopefully by the end of January new people coming in, a new striker, a new defender, a new midfield, and hopefully the lads will do the honorary thing and win. All you have to do is win. It's easier said than done, I know, but being an old Burnley fan, as you know from my last video, of 60 odd years I've been supporting Burnley, we've been through this before and we've come out of it and we've survived the Premier League. We've gone down twice and come twice and come back up again with Sean Dyche. So I've got a lot of faith in Sean Dyche. Other channels, I've heard other channels, I know, and I don't like what they're saying, and they're laughing about it. I don't like people laughing about, they're supposed to be Burnley supporters, and now they're laughing and thinking it's a joke. Everything to them is a joke. But I'm very serious, and I need to see Burnley survive in the Premier League. So if you're with me, put your comments underneath. Even if you're not with me, put your comments underneath, and we'll get back to you hopefully when Burnley do play again. I will be putting out another video, hopefully, to say that we've got a full team, we've got Maxwell Cornet back, and we're up and running and scoring goals. Okay, until then, see you all the very best, and up the Clarets.